I got to say something. I know we're going to get into it, but I got to say something. Like watching it on TV of what happened in Denver, I didn't realize how bad it was to watch it live in person when we're not even making contact with our defense is not even touching anybody between 5 to 8 yards. It is absolutely astonishing to watch this. The boos that were coming out and the frustration with the fans sitting in the stands and at the stadium club, and to hear the outrage. Like, I can't wait to talk about it. When I was at Texas Live watching Jerry Jones sit with Mike Lervin, DeMarcus Ware, and Stephen A. Smith, and they were hashing this out, and he was getting booed, man. We were at the sports arena. He was literally getting booed like you wouldn't believe. It is the culture, and what is going on in Dallas right now is very scary.
I just don't understand how we make Jacoby Brissett look like a Pro Bowl quarterback, like he's some like Aaron Rodgers. I don't get it. Like, he was 21 for 31 passing, 261 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He killed us, and he had a rushing touchdown as well.
Yeah, but listen. Let me interrupt really quick, because here's the thing too. The defense, the Dallas defense sucks. We already cover this, okay? Every week we cover it. The Dallas sucks. We get it. The defense sucks. But what we're missing right now is this. Our safeties in our secondary, they're third and fourth strings. They're not even football players. They're not even
was playing.
Bland was the only one, and Bland looked like he was lost. Harrison Jr. made him look so bad. I don't know if you saw it on TV. CeeDee Lamb looked up at the camera, and he caught him by surprise, being like, "Oh my God, Bland, where were you? What did you do?" Opens like besides Bland. My point of the matter is, besides Bland, it's really hard to evaluate the Dallas defense in the secondary and our corners, because there are fourth string players on that team right now.
So bad, dude. It was so bad. Yeah. Again, the fans were clearly booing Eberflus, clearly booing him, because every time we get a stop on first and second down, when third down happened, third and long, so many times, third and long, we get a sack on Jacoby Brissett, but on third down, a couple of times, Trey McBride wide open in the middle of the field. We were just, the zone does not work. The zone defense does not work. Again, Barry made it sound way more juicier on the Stephen A. Smith show about these trades, that we're going to go after somebody in a Deion Sanders-esque trade. It was nowhere even near that. That's why I was mentioning Sauce Gardner, because if you got Gardner, I'm thinking that in my head when he's talking about Deion Sanders comparing this trade as today of what he had to do back in the 90s when he brought the team in, talked to the team about bringing this player in, how much this guy's making. Like, he did that whole thing. He talked about that on Stephen A's show. And then I'm thinking, oh, we're going to get Sauce Gardner. We're going to get somebody like a cornerback that's going to change the game, a lockdown corner. And then we get Quinton Williams, which I think he's a great pickup he's a young 27-year-old. Like, I get it, the whole thing. It's great. 3-time Pro Bowler, a lot of pluses. But we traded for Kenny Clark in the offseason for Micah Parsons to fill that role. So obviously he doesn't feel good about Kenny Clark in that acquisition, because he's not working out. We still can't stop the run. We still have the same problems we did last year. And we're going to our bye week, and like I'm to the point like we should have been sellers, not buyers. We should have just sold all the big contracts, get rid of everybody, and start over, because this team is not even close to winning a Super Bowl.
So let me share something with you, and it's funny because I was sitting in the audience, like I said, when Jerry was talking about this on Monday afternoon with Stephen A. Smith, right with him. You know what I mean? Talked to him after the game. I talked to him after the interview, shook his hand, took a nice picture with him. Hopefully our producer can throw that up there, because I think it's pretty cool. But I will tell you this, he was talking about, just like we were talking about, this was a must-win game. And in addition, the Raiders would be a must-win game in order for us to be potentially on the outside, just about looking in on a playoff spot. But I'm going to tell you something. After Jerry made these comments, you know what Troy Aikman said? And I'll read it right here. He may want to cancel that trade. I don't think one player from what I've seen tonight is going to make a difference for this group. They are beyond bad. That's Troy Aikman saying kind of what you're saying. Hey, listen, why would you have done that? And that goes back to what I was just talking about. What we exhausted in draft pick with our 7th round draft pick, and what we got with the kid that we can maybe build a nucleus around wasn't bad. So that's why I'm not overly upset that we didn't bring in Gardner, because you know what? We would lose more draft picks and be an average team. We know we're not going anywhere this year. And shame on, you know who we need to blame for this, JP? You know who needs to be blamed? Trevon Diggs, because he got paid $90 million, whatever freaking money he got. And you know what he's doing? Who the hell knows? He's home right now, got paid, doing nothing. Bland, Malik Hooker, hopefully if Ravel comes back, Overshown. So you can't, I'm frustrated. I traveled all weekend long. I watched this disaster happen just like you did, and I'm frustrated. But whatever we did, including your boy Gardner, was not going to make us a playoff team. It just wasn't.
If we got like a Bradley Chubb from the Dolphins or Phillips from the Dolphins, like the Eagles every year seem to make their defense better. They got Alexander from the Ravens, who's an all-pro cornerback from the Packers and the Ravens. They got Phillips from the Dolphins, and they got a backup running back, Michael Carter, which is whatever. But those two guys, Alexander and Phillips, makes Philly a better defense. They're missing a corner, and they're missing a pass rusher, and they got both. They do something every year. The GM for the Eagles is probably the best in NFL. I hate to admit it, but he's probably the best. And they always get the right players at the right time to make a run. Jerry Jones always gets it wrong. He always gets it wrong. The last time he did a good thing was when he traded for Amari Cooper. That was the last deal he made. I can say that really changed our team and get us more competitive during those years. I don't like.
Why are you not happy? You're not happy with the move they made?
No, because I rather sell it. I rather sell it and sell it.
So who are you going to sell? Who are you going to sell? Who are you going to get rid of?